For nearly 2,000 years, humanity lived under the influence of the Piscean Age, a period deeply defined by hierarchy, control, and a rigid sense of order. This era shaped not only our societies, but also the way we viewed ourselves and our place in the world. Power and resources were concentrated at the top, with a select few leaders and institutions making the rules for everyone else. The majority of people had little say in the decisions that affected their lives. Most people were taught to look outside themselves for guidance, encouraged to trust authority figures and conform to established norms. Questioning the system was rare and often discouraged. Scarcity and fear were powerful forces that shaped society, fueling competition and keeping people in line. Many lived with a sense of lack, always striving to meet standards set by others. Worth was measured by status, wealth, and obedience. Success was defined by how well one fit into the system, rather than by personal fulfillment or creativity. Information was tightly controlled, with knowledge seen as a source of power and often kept from the masses. Only a privileged few had access to the full picture. The official narrative was dictated by those in charge, often at odds with personal truth or lived experience. Dissent was met with resistance, and alternative perspectives were marginalized. Life paths were predetermined, individuality discouraged, and the collective served the power structure, not the people. Creativity and self-expression were often sacrificed for the sake of order and predictability. This era shaped the institutions, beliefs, and traditions we're now questioning. Its influence can still be seen in the systems that govern our lives today. As we move forward, we're beginning to see the cracks in these old systems. People are awakening to new possibilities and challenging the status quo. The Piscean Age set the stage for the transformation we're experiencing today, inviting us to imagine a future shaped by greater awareness, connection, and authenticity. We're now transitioning into the Aquarian Age, a new era that promises to reshape the way we live, connect, and grow together as a society. This shift is bringing a wave of awakening and personal freedom, encouraging us to break away from old limitations and embrace a more open, inspired way of being. Imagine a circle instead of a pyramid. Power is shared, not hoarded. In this new paradigm, everyone stands on equal ground, and leadership is about uplifting others. Every person's voice and contribution matter. Individuality is celebrated. We're learning to honor our differences and see them as strengths that enrich our communities. The pressure to conform is fading, replaced by a call to live your unique truth. Authenticity is becoming the new standard, and self-expression is welcomed. This is the era of the innovator, the humanitarian, and the authentic creator. People are stepping forward to make a difference, using their talents to inspire change. Collaboration and abundance replace competition and scarcity. Working together, we discover new possibilities and create solutions that benefit everyone. We're realizing that helping one helps all, and community is our strength. Acts of kindness ripple outward, building trust and unity. Social consciousness and fairness are rising. As we remember, we're one global family. Our shared humanity is at the heart of this transformation. Information is now accessible to everyone, empowering us to learn, connect, and co-create. Knowledge flows freely, breaking down barriers and opening new doors. Technology and transparency are revolutionizing how we share knowledge and build systems. We're moving toward a world where honesty and innovation go hand in hand. The Aquarian Age invites us to break free from outdated structures and build a world that works for all. It's a call to action for each of us to participate in shaping a brighter future. It's a time of hope, possibility, and empowerment. Together, we can create a reality filled with compassion, creativity, and shared purpose. The future is in our hands. As we step into this new age, let's nurture it with intention, unity, and love. The Piscean and Aquarian ages offer two radically different blueprints for society, each shaping the way we live, connect, and understand ourselves. The Piscean Age was hierarchical, power flowed from the top, and value was tied to status. People looked to leaders and institutions for direction, often feeling their worth depended on their position within the system. The Aquarian Age is a network. Power is shared, and value is inherent in each person. Instead of rigid structures, we see webs of connection, where everyone's voice matters and collaboration is key. Truth in the Piscean Age was external, dictated by authorities. Conformity was expected. People were encouraged to follow the rules and accept what they were told, often at the expense of their own inner knowing. In the Aquarian Age, truth is internal. Intuition and personal wisdom are honored. Individuals are invited to trust their own insights and to seek answers within themselves as much as from the outside world. Scarcity and competition define the old era. Abundance and collaboration define the new. Where once people fought for limited resources, now we recognize the power of sharing and working together for mutual benefit. The Piscean mindset fueled fear and division. The Aquarian mindset fosters generosity and community. We're learning to move beyond old patterns of separation, embracing unity and support. Individuality was suppressed for the collective in the past. Now, authentic self-expression is essential. Creativity and uniqueness are celebrated, and people are encouraged to show who they truly are. A thriving collective is built from empowered individuals. When each person is supported to shine, the whole community grows stronger and more resilient. By shining your unique light, you contribute to the whole. Every act of authenticity and kindness ripples outward, inspiring others to do the same. The shift is from fitting in to standing out. We're moving from blending into the background to embracing what makes us different. This transformation is reshaping our world, influencing everything from our relationships to our communities and the way we solve problems together. We're moving from power over to power with, creating a future where everyone's gifts are valued, and together, we build something greater than we could alone. In astrology and human design, Saturn is the great teacher, our cosmic guide to truth and integrity. Saturn brings structure, discipline, and accountability, revealing where we're out of alignment. Think of Saturn as a firm but loving trainer, pushing us to grow beyond our limits. Its pressure isn't punishment, it's an invitation to build stronger foundations. Saturn's lessons are about boundaries, responsibility, and mastering our lives. When we ignore our truth, Saturn's influence feels restrictive, signaling it's time for change. These challenges are calls to realign with our values and commitments. The rewards of working with Saturn are deep and lasting: inner strength, wisdom, and self-respect. Understanding your Saturn placement in human design reveals where your greatest growth will occur. Saturn offers a roadmap for conscious evolution. Embracing its lessons leads to authentic mastery. Saturn is not a punisher, but a guide to your truest self. Saturn, Jupiter, and Venus form a celestial team shaping our lives. Venus reveals what we value and desire, our heart's compass. Jupiter brings expansion and blessings when we live authentically. Saturn is the reality check, ensuring our actions match our values. If we claim to value honesty but act otherwise, Saturn highlights the misalignment. Venus clarifies what matters, Saturn tests our integrity, and Jupiter rewards true alignment. Skipping Saturn's lessons leads to shaky success. Real growth requires doing the work. This trio guides us toward meaningful, lasting fulfillment. Together, they help us build a life that's both rewarding and true. Authentic growth is a team effort, values, discipline, and expansion working in harmony. Meet Clara, a corporate lawyer whose life looked perfect but felt empty. She followed the rules, earned success, but ignored her true values: creativity and helping others. As challenges mounted, work crises, a breakup, her carefully built life began to crumble. Saturn's pressure made her inauthentic path unbearable. Finally, Clara broke down and chose change over comfort. She took a leave, rediscovered painting, and volunteered, reconnecting with her passions. Slowly, she built a new life aligned with her values, facing fears and letting go of old security. Clara became an art therapist, blending creativity and service. Her life felt real, not just impressive. Saturn didn't punish her, it guided her back to herself. The pain was a catalyst for transformation. True fulfillment came from living her authentic purpose. Saturn's lessons are tough, but they lead us home. Sometimes discomfort is the push we need to find our true path. The Saturn return is a major life milestone, occurring around ages 27 to 30. Saturn returns to its birth position, marking a rite of passage into true adulthood. It's a cosmic check-in. Are you living authentically? Are your choices aligned with your truth? Anything built on shaky ground is challenged: careers, relationships, beliefs. This period can feel intense, but it's a course correction, not a punishment. Saturn pushes you off false paths so you can find your real one. The gift is clarity, maturity, and a stronger sense of self. You shed old conditioning and build a new foundation for your next chapter. Saturn return is an initiation. Embrace it, and you emerge wiser and more empowered. Knowing this is a natural process helps you navigate it with grace. Growth comes from facing Saturn's lessons head-on. Human design offers a personal map for navigating Saturn's lessons. Your chart reveals where Saturn brings your most important growth opportunities. These aren't weaknesses, they're areas of profound potential. For example, Saturn in a relationship gate means learning boundaries and partnership. In a resources gate, it's about money and self-worth. Knowing your Saturn placement explains recurring challenges. They're part of your soul's curriculum. Human design gives you tools, strategy, and authority. When Saturn's pressure hits, use these tools to make aligned decisions. This turns Saturn from a taskmaster into a supportive guide. You become empowered, transforming challenges into strengths. Human design helps you consciously graduate from Saturn's school of wisdom. As we shift from the Piscean to the Aquarian age, uncertainty is natural. The old is dissolving and the new is still forming. In times of change, your inner truth is your anchor. You're not alone. This collective transformation needs your unique energy and purpose. The Aquarian age calls for authenticity and courage. Saturn's challenges are invitations to grow, not punishments. Each obstacle is a doorway to deeper self-knowledge and power. Human design is a map back to yourself, helping you navigate change with clarity. By understanding your design, especially Saturn, you find confidence and trust in your path. Every step toward authenticity heals and uplifts the world. We're co-creating the Aquarian age now, with every true choice we make. You have everything you need to thrive in this new era. The world is waiting for your light. Shine it boldly.